My biggest concern right now for y'all is the federal intervention. President Obama is wanting to take over the North Carolina waters. It's the waters of the U.S.
WOTUS.
And I'm doing my best job in suing the federal government and joining with 27 other states and telling the federal government, it's not your water, it's North Carolina's waters. I need your help, because if the federal government takes over the waters, can you imagine the regulatory nightmare you're going to have on some of your streams and some of your irrigation and some of your access to water? It is going to be disastrous. And we're trying to work with you within North Carolina government. We're trying to work with you as partners, not as adversaries. Our goal is still to keep a clean environment and clean waters, but it's in working with the ag community on how we can work together in solving that problem. And we're doing just that. And to have this federal intervention could be devastating to the federal government. I want to let you know we are very successful in joining with 27 other states in the last month in at least getting a stay in President Obama's authority to take over our waters. We don't know how long that stay is going to be. We're by ourselves at this point in time in North Carolina. I'll be direct with you. The Attorney General is not joined up on this. He refuses to join our fight in fighting President Obama on this effort. And this is also true with the Clean Air Act. We think the federal government's overstepping their authority in the Clean Air Act, and if that's implemented, it punishes North Carolina for the good things we've done in clean energy. It gives us no credit whatsoever for the work that we've done in the past 10 years. And it'll have a terrible impact on energy prices in the future if the federal government continues to implement the Clean Air Act and doesn't give North Carolina the credit for what we've done already in energy production. So the clean waters of the U.S. and the Clean Air Act are two issues that we're fighting right now from Washington. We think it's Washington overreach into North Carolina, and we need your help in fighting our efforts, because the long-term ramifications are not good if we're not successful in our lawsuit. We need to continue the economic comeback of North Carolina. I mean, you got to realize just 3 years ago from today, North Carolina was the 5th highest unemployment rate in the country. We had the highest corporate tax and the highest income tax in the country. We owed the federal government $2.6 billion for unemployment compensation, and we were about to extend it again. We had a $500 million missed forecast in Medicaid, which was taking money away from teachers. Teachers had not gotten pay raises in 5 years. This is what we walked into just less than 3 years ago. Now, we're the only state in the United States in the last 2 years that's had a sharp reduction in unemployment and an increase in personal income. We're the only state in the top 10 in both those areas of the United States and America. We're in the top 10 in the dropping of unemployment in the nation. We're no longer the top 5 in unemployment. We're not even in the top 30 in unemployment. But there are still people hurting, and we want to still get people back to work. We've reduced the bureaucracy. We've paid off the debt to the federal government. We have a $70 million cash on hand. We've reduced your corporate tax. We've reduced your income tax. We've gotten rid of the estate tax. These are all things that are beneficial to the ag community, the manufacturing community, and the jobs in North Carolina, and we want to continue this progress. The one thing that I still think we need to do more in is, first of all, we also gave teacher pay raises for the first time in 5 years, and I'm very, very proud of that. We still need to do more for teachers, and we have to invest more in infrastructure and roads in North Carolina. We're the 9th most populous state in the United States of America. In the next 10 to 15 years, we're going to probably be number 7. We'll pass Pennsylvania and Georgia. Are we going to prepare for that, or are we going to react to it? I believe you prepare for it. And that's what we have to do with infrastructure. And I want to make those investments while also reducing bureaucracy, reducing the regulatory bureaucracy also, which is stopping the creativity of solving problems. So I'm excited. I'm very bullish on North Carolina, and y'all have been great partners. Y'all are the ultimate entrepreneurs in the United States of America. Our state is dependent upon you right now. You're some of the people trying to get us out of this recession, even during tough weather and tough times. And I'm a firm believer in two industries, agriculture and manufacturing. And I think a lot of people gave up on those two industries. We'll never give up on it. In fact, we want to grow those industries in North Carolina.